Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Monday Night Jayromada. Tonight we're in Kansas City, Nebraska, where we're coming off the back of a very dramatic payback. Tonight, Akihiko Sanada looks to start off his title reign off on the right foot as he takes on our newest men's Nexus champion, Gundham Tanaka. Junko and Enoshima faces down Undyne, and we have our first tag team main event in Jayromada history as the Twin Dragons face off against the Mech Femmes in a title match. So grab a seat and get ready for a night of high action and drama, because this is Jayromada. And here we go, starting off for tonight with a champion versus champion match. Introducing first, finally dethroning Goro Akechi last night. He is your newest men's Cruiserweight champion of Jayromada, Akihiko Sanada.
Champion contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Japan, weighing in at 173 pounds, the Men's Impact Cruiserweight Champion, Akira Ebata.
And what a match last night. If you missed it, absolutely go back and watch it, because that was phenomenal. And his opponent, coming off a victory against Nagito Komaeda to start off the night, it is the Dark Lord of Destruction himself, it is Gundham Tanaka. Here we go, both champions ready. And referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle. And Akihiko immediately sending Gundham down with a kick to the chest, kick to the chin. And now an elbow drop. Kick to the spine now. And both men locking each other up. Gundham slowly walking Akihiko to the corner. Referee having to break them up. And Gundham with a right hand again trapping Akihiko in the corner. And a slap right to the chest. And again, 3. Gundham now to the outside. Springboard double leg dropkick. And trapping the arm, stomping on the hand. And a power slam in the middle of the ring. Gundham now knees to the shin. But Akihiko kicking Gundham off of him, looking for a little bit of offense. Gundham slipping the grapple, and now both men again locking each other up. Akihiko now pushing Gundham down. Gundham avoiding the grapple, but not that right hand. Akihiko turning Gundham around, elbow right to the spine. Hammer punch to the back of the shoulders. Gundham elbowing out. Gundham now the ground and pounds. Kick to the back of the thigh. And again, picking Akihiko up. Sending him down. Now Gundham the cover. There's a 1, 2. Akihiko kicks out. Akihiko slow back up to his feet. Gundham sending him running, diving underneath. Jumping over the top. And a flapjack. Stomp to the ankle now. Gundham controlling this match like he did against Nagito last night. And here's the cover. 1. Only 1. Gundham now in the corner. Akihiko in a bit of trouble here. And the demonic kick. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Akihiko somehow gets the shoulder up. And Akihiko kicking himself out. Strong right hand. Here's the cover. There's 2. Gundham kicks out. Now Akihiko forcing Gundham up to his feet. A bop and the bang. Right next to the ropes. This is where he beat Akechi. There's 2. No rope break. And Akihiko by the skin of his teeth. Coming home victorious. And here comes Akechi. A shot right to the back. Grabbing the belt that he's been holding on for over a year. And attacking Akechi with it. Or attacking Akihiko with it. I'm surprised Akechi didn't steal the belt. But yeah. Making his feelings known. Yeah. I don't think Akechi's gonna... I don't think he's quite done. And for our next matchup of the evening, introducing first, coming up just a bit short in her match against Kasumi Yoshizawa last night, it is the Ultimate Aikido Master, Tenko Chabashira. And her opponent.
And her opponent, representing the Midnight Express from the Queen City, Sena!
Representing Silver Flame, it is Sena. Here we go, Tenko, Sena, both ready. And referee rings the bell. And Sena immediately turning Tenko around into a rear waist lock. And Tenko with the snap mirror now into a headlock. And these two very formidable, very technical, so expect a lot of ground game, expect a lot of, well, grappling. And both women again locking each other up. Tenko forcing Sena down, locking each other up yet again in the corner. And Tenko winning that, walking Sena a few steps back into the corner, referee having to break them up. Tenko with the right hand sending Sena back into the corner, just dragging the forearm against the face. And again. Stomp to the upper arm now. Tenko trapping the arm, stomping the hand. And now Tenko heading up top. Diving elbow drop, Sena gets out of the way. And now Irish whip. Pop-up face buster. Sena double leg drop kick to the shoulders. And just working on the leg. On the ankle. Sena smashing the arm against the canvas, and Tenko fights her way out. Rolling through just her legs. There's not even a 1 count. Sena kicks out. Sena, nice reversal. And a knee right to the jaw. Tenko kicks out of the corner. And just sliding, tripping. Sliding knee to the stomach, Sena to the outside, trying to catch her breath, heading back in. Trying to reset. Sena walking the ropes, double leg drop kick. And a stomp to the knee. Rolling Tenko around, just unloading on the face. Sena sending Tenko for an Irish whip, pop up. And now Sena heading up top. The senton. And a double foot stomp. Sena with a power bomb in the corner. Here's the cover. Or a slam in the corner, only one. Tenko rolling to the outside. Climbing back in. Sena waiting for her. And here we go. Tenko up over. Single shoulder suplex. Like I said, these two exceptionally technical. And now Tenko, forcing Sena up over the shoulders, bouncing her off the eastern ropes, heading up top, lining up, trying to get Sena back up to her feet. And a diving hammer punch. Tenko working the neck. Stomp to the arm. Forcing Sena up in a cradle-ish. The gut-wrenching barrel suplexes, forcing Sena back up. Sena with reversal. And the double knee jawbreaker. Rolling Tenko around, or spinning Tenko around. Trying to reposition her. And now a clover leaf. Tenko barely avoiding tapping out. Sena forcing Tenko up over the shoulder, bouncing off the top turnbuckle. And the cover. There's 1, 2. No 3. Sena middle rope diving, hammer punch to the gut. Forcing Tenko up. Enziguri. And a super kick sending Tenko down. Sena not quite done. Elbow drop. And Sena unrelenting here. Tenko to the outside. Sena just staring her down. Right hand. Hot shot. Not giving Tenko any breathing room. Well, okay, a little bit on the outside, but not much. Tenko up top. Or excuse me, Sena up top. Double leg drop kick sends Tenko back down. Sena tossing Tenko back into the ring. Climbing in after her up top. The crossbody splash into the cover. 1, 2, 3. what did I say? That was going to be a very technical match. Not as technical as I thought it was. Or that I thought it was going to be, but still. Really good display of technical skill from both. And Sena proving that she is the girl with the gall.
Here is your winner, Sena!
And now for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is Yu Narukami and Yosuke Hanamura, Brosona.
All the way to the ring at a combined weight of 289 pounds. And Joseph Anna the Blue Blood.
And their opponents. It is the Ultimate Biker Gang leader, Mondo Owada, and the Ultimate Moral Compass, Kiyotaka Ishimaru. It is the Ultimate Brotherhood.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 314 pounds. And Mondo Bad Boy Omega, the Brotherhood.
And here we go, Narukami, Taka, first in the ring. And Rifa rings the bell, they meet in the middle. Narukami immediately turning Taka around, rear neck breaker. The alligator rolls. Now Narukami just pulling back on the neck of Taka. Narukami with a gut-wrenching backbreaker. Mondo trying to distract Narukami a little bit. Not really working. Narukami sending Taka into the corner. And quickly tagging in Hanamura. Arm breaker. And Hanamura sending Taka for a run. Completely whiffing on the attack. And now, Hanamura looking for something. And then Zagiri. Stomp to the ankle. And heading up top. Looking for a crossbody. Taka just sidesteps that though. And Hanamura with a facebuster. Hanamura cranking back on the neck. Taka very quickly fights out. And a neck breaker. Forcing Hanamura back up to his feet. Up, over, tossing him to the side. And a stomp to the back of the head. And again. Taka now along the apron. Waiting for Hanamura to get back up to his feet. Springboard double leg dropkick. Or slingshot double leg dropkick into the cover. There's one, there's two. Hanamura kicks out. Toss into the corner. Tagging in Mondo. And here we go, Irish whip. Double shoulder tackle. And Mondo forcing Hanamura up to his feet. And just a running big boot. Mondo now outside. Along the apron. And a springboard flying clothesline. Hanamura tags out. Narukami back in. Head scissor Hurricane Rana. Playing a little bit of a game of Ring Around the Rosie with the ropes. And Narukami with a suplex. And now wrapping up Mondo in a high ankle hold. And Mondo very quickly fighting out. Narukami with a spinning neck breaker. Stomp to the thigh. And Narukami up top. Diving elbow drop. And here's the cover. 1, 2, and here comes Taka just before the count of 3. Hitting the referee in the spine in the process. Mondo with a back elbow. And a Thez press. Just unloading on Narukami, forcing him back up to his feet. And an Irish whip into the corner. Tagging in Taka. And here we go, Irish whip. Up over the shoulders. Taka forcing Narukami to his feet, but Narukami with a reversal. Chicken wing suplex. And tagging in Hanamura. Hanamura now going for the cover. 1, 2. Taka kicks out. Mondo, more importantly, in the ring. Advantage Brosona, though not as much because Taka just completely ducks underneath that kick. Now Hanamura tossing Taka into the corner. And the backflip kick from Hanamura going for the cover. There's 1, there's 2. Barely avoiding a 3. Alley-oop elbow drop. Taka to the outside. Hanamura takes out Narukami in. And the referee begins her count. There's 2. Taka with a clothesline, just a drive-by against Hanamura. Narukami staring down Ishimaru. Referee counting. Getting higher, there's 6. Game of chicken between the two teams, and Ishimaru finally getting back inside the ring. Narukami repositioning him. There's a belly-to-back suplex. And Narukami with an uppercut. Tagging in Hanamura. Taka tags in Mondo. Not entirely sure if tagging in Hanamura was the smart play. Both teams now with a breakup. There's a stunner from Mondo, or a stunner from Mondo, excuse me, that Narukami has to break up, and Mondo just completely whiffs on that, forcing Hanamura up to his feet. Toss into the corner, tagging in. No! Hanamura with a reversal. And a planted slam. Hanamura, what are you doing? Tagging in Narukami. At least go for the pin in that situation. And now Taka up over faceplant. And Taka just tossing Narukami with an arm drag. Elbow up against the ropes, and now Narukami turning that around with a bit of a distraction. Chicken wing suplex. Here's the cover. Here's Mondo. Narukami not entirely sure what to do. Spinning arm breaker. And a back rake. Walking Taka into the corner. Shoulders right to the stomach. And a shot right to the side of the head, forcing Taka back up to his feet, turning him around. Elbow to the spine. Sleeper hold applied. And Narukami releasing the hold. Not really liking his prospects there, I'd imagine. And a huge neck breaker. Narukami tagging out Hanamura in again. Not entirely sure if this is the smart decision. Bringing in Hanamura might not be the worst thing in the world, actually. If he stays in the ring, which he does not. Okay, Narukami back in. No harm, no foul. And Narukami lining up. Another chicken wing suplex into the cover. No rope breaks here. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3.
Here are your winners, Yosef and the Coolies, the Blue Bloods.
And for our next matchup, introducing first, it is the Queen of Despair, Junko Enoshima.
Making her way to the ring, representing the Bad Girls from Osaka, Japan, the Manifestation, Julie England.
And her opponent, from the underground, it is Undyne. And here we go, both women ready. And a referee rings the bell in the middle. And Junko immediately looking for a kick to the stomach. Undyne steps to the side, but Junko with an enziguri. Almost with an Enoshima. And Junko with a kick right to the side of the head. Undyne slow to her feet. And Junko with a few kicks to the chest. Locking up, sending Undyne for a run, diving underneath. And a trip. Using Undyne as a balance beam. Undyne looking for an enziguri. Junko gets out of the way. Now picking up Undyne. And Undyne fights her way down. And both women locking each other up. Junko with a headlock. But Undyne turning that around into an arm triangle. Just really cranking on Junko's shoulder. And Undyne sending Junko down, stomp to the forehead. And a kick to the spine. Undyne getting Junko back up to her feet. And now just tossing her hard into the corner. And a slap right to the chest. Neck breaker. And now Undyne heading up top, turning around. Moonsault. And Undyne pushing Junko up against the eastern ropes. Turning Junko around, a Russian leg sweep. And Junko avoiding the grapple. Nice kicks to the thigh, and here's the a spinning kick, looking for a finisher now. And a spinning elbow sending Undyne down. Here's the cover. There's 1, 2. Undyne avoids the 3. Stomp to the wrist now. And Undyne with the reversal. There's an arm breaker. Undyne heading up top. Looking for a flying fish, but Junko gets out of the way. Here go Irish whip into the corner. Bulldog from the corner. Junko stomps to the chest, Undyne to the outside. Junko staring down Undyne from the apron. And now Undyne turning things around, knocking Junko off the apron. Junko avoiding that roundhouse kick. And bouncing Undyne off the top rope. Junko now up top. Elbow drop. And the cover. There's 1. There's 2. And Undyne will not kick out.
Here is your winner, the Manifestation, Julie English.
And Junko barely breaking a sweat. Which is hard to say when you're facing off against Undyne, but yeah, you can tell a little bit that Junko was playing with her food. And now for a heavyweight bout between 2 absolute titans. Introducing first, representing Torna, it is Jin. And his opponent, he is your men's Universal Champion, the Ultimate Coach, Nekomaru Nidai.
And his opponent from Nagata, Japan, weighing in at 268 pounds, the Men's Impact Universal Champion, Coach Nekomaru Nidai.
And here we go, both men staring each other down. Ref rings the bell in the middle, and immediately lock up. Trying to gain top position as Nekomaru walks Jin over to the corner. Referee having to break them up. And again, locking up. Jin now pushing Nekomaru down. Turning him around, rear waist lock, into a Russian leg sweep. Jin with a split leg stomp to the stomach. And forcing Nekomaru up to his feet, locking up yet again. Jin walking Nekomaru back into the corner, trapping him there. Referee again having to break them up. Jin catching that punch, rolling neck breaker. And looking for a crossbody, but Nekomaru gets out of the way. Nekomaru strong right hands, back elbow. And a double knee jawbreaker walking Jin back. And with the strength of deadlift powerbomb. And Nekomaru heading to the corner, lining up, diving elbow drop. And here's the cover. There's a 1, 2. Jin kicks out. Bit of a longer count than I think anyone anticipated this early in the match. Jin rolling to the outside, looking to recoup. And now taking Nekomaru down into the cover, not even a 1 count, as Nekomaru now turns that into a cover. There's not one. Jin turning this into a backpack cover. Both men still looking for top position in this match. Jin sending Nekomaru for a run. And here's the cover. There's one and only one. Jin looking to walk Nekomaru, but Nekomaru elbowing out of the grapple. Kick right to the jaw. Jin catching that. And now a boxing match unloading between these two. Right hands in the pocket, reversal after reversal. And Jin immediately ending that with an uppercut. Heading to the outside, heading up top. Not entirely sure if... I think Nekomaru might be a little bit too close. Don't think that was a good opportunity for a crossbody splash. Nekomaru with a knee to the gut, sending Jin for an Irish whip. Huge back elbow off the turnbuckle, or off the turnstile. Jin crawling to the corner, Nekomaru staring him down. Picking him up in one corner to another. And now Nekomaru with a belly-to-belly slam. And just a big boot. Nekomaru lining up a stunner. And into the cover, there's 1-2. Jin kicks out. And now an elbow to the jaw. Nekomaru looking for a senton. Jin rolls out of the way. Rear waist lock. And now sending Nekomaru for a run, diving underneath. And a back body drop. Jin dragging Nekomaru away from the ropes. Forcing him back up to his feet. And an Irish whip over the top rope. Nekomaru kneeing himself out. Jin with a back elbow now up over the shoulder, power slam. Jin up top, crossbody missed. Now Nekomaru forcing Jin up over the shoulders, power slam, and the cover. 1, 2, Jin kicks out. And here we go, Nekomaru, kick to the chest, another stunner. Looking to put this one away for good. 1, 2, and he does. The bigger they are, the harder they hit, and the harder they fall, and you could absolutely tell that during this match. Absolute haymakers between both parties. I'm surprised the ring is still standing after that match.
Here is your winner, Coach
But there can only be one winner, and that is your men's Universal Champion, Nekomaru Nidai. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, they are your challengers. It is Yukiko Amagi and Chie Sadanaka making their way to the ring with Rise Kujikawa, who has very shiny hair today. They are the Twin Dragons. And their opponents? They are your women's tag team champions. It is Charla and Tifa Lockhart, the Mech Femmes.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Women's Impact Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Akihiko and C.A. Satoru, the Lucha Dragons. And their opponents, the Women's Impact Tag Team Champions, Sandra and Tia the Lockhart, the Grinders.
And here we go, the belts on the line tonight. And Yukiko and Charla, the first two in the ring. And refereeing's bell. Yukiko immediately turning Charla around, elbow to the spine, and a trip. And an arm breaker. Now tossing Charlotte into the corner, tagging in Chie. And a double back body drop. Chie now with an arm bar. And Charlotte very quickly getting out of that. Spinning back heel kick to the chest and a jawbreaker. And Charlotte tags out Tifa in. And Tifa sending Chie down with a right elbow. And a double leg Pele kick. Chie somehow managing to tag out Yukiko in. And Tifa sending Yukiko down with an Enziguri stomp to the upper arm. And Yukiko fighting back. Top rope crossbody splash, just way overshooting her mark. But Yukiko with a stunner gets out. And an Irish whip. Single leg drop kick. And Yukiko taking out Chie back in. And now the cover, there's one, there's two. Chie trying for a power bomb, but Tifa fights out double leg dropkick and tags out Charlotte back in. Chie elbowing out. And Charlotte with a scoop slam. And now looking for a figure 4 hold. The referee immediately calling for a rope break. And here's the cover. There's one. Charlotte out, Tifa back in. And now Tifa looking for an armbar and again a rope break. Tifa trying another armbar. And Chie finds the escape. And now ankle hold here from Tifa. And Chie kicks herself out immediately. Now into the corner, tagging in Charla. Double team attack, stomp to the arm, kick to the stomach. And Charlotte with a flying crossbody splash into the cover. Here comes Yukiko to break it up. And now Charlotte, another armbar. Chie not close enough to the ropes to get a rope break this time, but somehow escapes. And now Charlotte. Okay, that's gotta be a rope break. No! Holding Chie again in a hold. And releases. Thought that could have been it, but I guess Charlotte knows better. Irish whip into a Thez press. Crossbody from Charlotte. Taking out Tifa back in. Now Tifa going for the cover. There's two. And they will defend.
Here are your winners, and still Women's Impact Tag Team Champions, Sandra and Tia, the Lock, the Grinders.
And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight. As we watch Charlotte and Tifa's celebration, we are signing out from Kansas City, Missouri. I hope to see you on Wednesday for Wingcrest and Friday for Eclipse as we get ready for our next PLE of the year. And until then, we are signing off from Kansas City, Missouri. See ya.